let's go to your family, man. What did they think when you told them that you wanted to get into the wrestling business?
So my mom and dad weren't on board right away. They thought it was just a stupid dream. They've always supported our dreams, but they were kind of wanting me to really lean into the football player dream.
Hmm.
And when the injury happened and I couldn't play anymore, they were kind of like, okay, that was your dream. It's done. Get a 9 to 5 job. You have, because I had a kid at the time, I still have a kid, but you know what I mean?
Hmm.
You have to support this child. And actually my son too. So I had two of them right then. And they just didn't believe in it. And then I remember the first time I wrestled a name, I wrestled Honky Tonk Man. And I was the heel and I got a Diet Coke can threw at me. And it was a little kid that threw it. And after the match, my dad shook my hand and he gave me a big hug. He goes, "You do this wrestling thing." He's like, "You're really good. That kid hates you." And ever since then, they've been on board.
Was the can full?
The can was full. I looked at the kid and I said, "Where did you get that?" And where's your mother? You need to be disciplined. The mom goes, "Who do you think bought him the Diet Coke?" And I was like, "Come on,
lady." That's bad parenting right there.
That's what I said. And my dad just loved it and ate it up. And my mom too. My dad's been like one of my biggest supporters since. And then my kids, I was already a wrestler when they, like, my oldest was like 5, I think, when I started. My son was not even a year, and then my other two weren't even born yet. So they kind of grew up with me in the business. So to them, it was just dad's going to work.
Gotcha.
They're when I got in the Ring of Honor and stuff, it was really big in their school. And there was one time my son and daughter were riding home on the bus from school, and some kids were talking about a match I'd had. And they look, and my son's name is Dakota, and they say, "Dakota, did you seen this match with this City Bruiser guy? Like, you ever seen him before?" And Cody goes, "I heard he's a dick." And they're like, "What? No. My son's like, "Yeah, that's what I heard." You go about a couple weeks later, and my son was he was a high school wrestler, and I go to one of his meets. So I was 8th grade, so he's doing wrestling, and I go to one of his meets, and I'm watching him, and it gets done, and I walk up and give him a big hug, and all of his friends turn and look, and the eyes just wide open, their jaws drop. They're like, he goes, "Oh yeah, that's my dad." So to them, it was, you know what I mean?